Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a tutorial using the Grande Pro 3. Kind of did this fierce red toned look. And yeah, it's very cat eye. And I used it on my lips as well. I hope that you enjoy. If you would like to see how I created this face right here, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, I'm back at it with another tutorial using the Viseart Grande Pro 3. For this look, I want to do something utilizing the warm tones in this palette, focusing on this half, which, you know, I feel like I've been doing a lot of cool tones lately, and I'm just feeling these today. I already primed my eyes using my Viseart eyeshadow base, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by dipping my Esam S33 into this one. It's a little bit more neutral. I'm gonna apply it into the crease, as I'm sure you expected. Sweep it back and forth. I didn't set the primer because I want the pigment to really stick to it. Just doing a very thin sheer wash of this color. It's actually pretty pigmented. I'm trying to just take a very small amount, but it's quite intense of a pigment. I'm going to take a bit of this guy. So just blending that into the upper underbrow area. Cancels out any redness I might have. Just taking a bit of that lighter yellow and putting it in the inner corner. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into our red. I'm going to take this bold, bright red, start to really bring the heat. I want to do a sharp inner corner, so the whole look, essentially, I want it to pinpoint here and bring up like a winged liner. Just have that lifted shape, sort of a fierce look. So I'm not really doing full pigmentation yet. I'm just blending this color softly in, and we'll intensify as we go. Build up slowly. Kind of about creating that lifted shape right now and working on symmetry and mapping out the look. Going back and forth between the eyes with little adjustments here and there. And looking at my eyelids from different points of view kind of helps to find that symmetry. I'm going to switch to this lovely little Peaches and Cream PC47 brush. And going into that bright red, I'm going to focus this on the inner third of the lower lash line. Again, just mapping out the look before going full pigmentation, which is why I'm using a fluffier brush. Okay, now with my NARS Precise brush, I wiped off the excess pigment. It's just a little stained at the moment. I'm going to go into the very bold orange to intensify that red vibrancy. Stamping that really close to the waterline. You're going to get fuller intensity this way. I'm going to use this brush to begin mapping out the outer wing. My friend Ivan spotted this brush, this NARS brush, at like either TJ Maxx or one of those types of places. He had told me and showed me his brush that he had gotten and said it was so useful and convinced me to buy it while we were out shopping. And heat is right. I love it. It's so useful. So if you spot it at a discount, I recommend it. They're not completely even, so I'm just lowering this left eye a tad to hopefully make them a bit more even, and lifting this one a tad, if at all possible. I'm going to continue to build up intensity. So with the orange and the same NARS brush, I'm going to pick up a decent amount of pigment and pack it onto the inner third of the lid. Really pushing it in. I'm not only packing the color on, but I'm also adjusting the shape as I go with this sharp edge. I want to soften it a bit, so with the red and the peaches and cream brush, I'm going to softly blend that edge. I'm going to go ahead and take this deeper red and pack that onto the outer third of the lid. And with my Esom S33, I'm going to go into the other red shade that we have been using, this one up here. Blend this upper edge. So with the NARS brush, I'm going to go into the vibrant yellow and layer that over the center, blending it into the red base we have underneath. I really want these to be subtle transitions and not like bam, yellow, bam. You know, I want it to be like almost like it could be one color that is just over a shapely lid. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the deep purpley red up in here with my peaches and cream PC47. I'm choosing this one because it's smaller and more precise. I'm going to start to pat this into the darker red on the outer edge, just to create a bit more depth. Again, just layering it over what we already have, so you should still be able to see the color we have underneath. Magenta with the peaches and cream, and buff this into the outer half of the lower lash line. And with my wipe, I'm going to go ahead and clean up that edge. With the khaki green. Okay, and then for the upper lash line as well, to complement the red. Then with the very deep purple, I'm going to use this on the outer edge as a black. From the lower lash line up, just creating a flick. For the areas of my lid that's a bit more hooded, I like to look up like this into the mirror and connect the point with the center lightly. And when I look down, I can see the area that I want to fill in with a darker shade, just so that it doesn't look too funky when I look up. So now that I marked it up there, I'm just going to blend with the deep plum shade. that it looks cute from all angles, you know? I think I might take a little bit of my Eyeshadow Pro mixing medium with that hunter green. I'm going to switch to a liner brush from Royal and Langnickel. My eyes are very round, so I have to take my time creating these shapes. It goes against the grain. I've got folds in this inner corner that give my eyes a rounder shape. I have to go against them. So I need to look at my eyes from looking down into the mirror and filling in the weird gaps in the upper lid. Looking up into the mirror to fill in the weird gaps that happen on the lower. Okay, beauties, I went ahead and used my YSL The Shock Mascara, and I'm not really feeling falsies today. It's just becoming heavier and heavier, you know what I mean? I'm gonna skip those. Kitten silicone sponge. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna use my VOV Cushion Foundation. This one with the star packaging. Unfortunately, this foundation only comes with 2 shades, so I'm not exactly recommending it, but I have it and I like it. So I'm gonna use it. I did look up more information online, and the website had a Chinese version, simplified Chinese. My mom reads traditional Chinese, but she can read simplified too, and she translated the site for me. They make claims such as long-lasting, natural, conceals, and it has some skincare built in, some good supposedly ingredients. They claim that throughout the day you will look dewy, and they said almost as if you're oily, but it will stay put. And for me, all of those claims seem to be pretty accurate. If you are my color, look at how nice this color matches, right? I feel like the camera always makes my face look lighter than my neck, but I think it's pretty even. The color is really good for my complexion, and I feel like I can just keep piling this on and it never looks cakey. So I do quite enjoy it, even though the inclusion is not there. I'm going to go ahead and put some under eye concealer. This is Vanilla Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And I'm choosing a more precise flat concealer brush, my Eyeshadow T43, to work around this eye look. So wiggling this around that bottom edge to soften the line. We'll continue to soften it with powder. Okay, I think the foundation pretty much took care of all my other issues. Let me use a bit of my NARS Laguna Liquid Bronzer, because we are looking a little too ghostly. And with this, I'm going to use my small Shiseido foundation brush and just pat all over the cheeks, bring along the edges here. Just taking this opportunity to see if there's any patchy areas left by my silicone sponge. Okay, and then my Charlotte Tilbury. Going around the eyes first. Really make sure those more precise areas are all set. Okay, so for blush, I would like to use my Sonoya #1 Shiseido Minimalist Mousse Blush. And I'm going to use my Shiseido brush with the red side and pick up some of that product, test it on the back of my hand to evenly disperse, and then pat it into the cheeks. Just continue to blend that into the skin until everything looks seamless. Okay, so for the lips, I want to a mix of this orange with this magenta. I use some mixing medium and take the orange first. Mix it all around. And pat that all over. e.l.f. small smudge brush. I'm going to take a bit of the fuchsia and mix a bit of that in there. I like that. So that is the final touch. I used Wonder Brow in my brows, by the way, in case you were wondering. It's Wonder Brow. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed. I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.